Hello there, happy Saturday. I started my timer slightly later than usual, but also not so late that I felt like doing a manual timer, so I'm just gonna jump into things here in a moment. Hope everybody's. We are having a rainy weekend, so I've gone to this because it is pretty loud in here when it's rainy, and even though I have some AI noise removal, I think it makes my voice sound weird if there's actually a constant amount of noise happening while I'm yammering into my microphone. So we'll just go with that. Also, public service announcement: there is Sonic 2 is free on Steam if you get it today, like free forever if you just go it. It's 100% off. So anyone who doesn't have Sonic 2 on their PC can grab that. And that's it. Let's switch over here to Strahd, which is working. Yay! Hi, Rayburst. Good morning, and hi, H. Lalone. Oh yeah, it's supposed to rain quite a bit all weekend, and also the high is like 55. So I might actually need to clean out our baseboard heaters and get our heating system up and going this weekend, or it might be a little chilly sometimes. Where are we at? Graves, right. We are camped out here. I think my game audio is working. And the plan was to take a break from this area and dash our way back to the Barovia village and explore the northern part, which we didn't really mess around in at all. So how are we doing on spells? Still have a negative plane protection. Let's heal her up. Probably don't need to rest just yet. Oh, that was a good cure light wounds, actually. Where's our... missed. Ah, she's zigzagging. But she's also stuck behind that tree. I don't see anybody behind me, so... go ahead and kill these things. I don't think I'm... there, I got her once. I don't think I'm too far from gaining a level on somebody. Yep, Luna gains a level. There we go. So she's either now up to level 7 or she's back up to level 7. I'm not totally certain. She wasn't level 7 before. But now she's definitely level 7. Still need a couple levels before she can actually cast any spells. But that's fine. She's my wow, I can't believe Gloriana has more hit points than anybody in my party. I guess it's because I haven't been scumming for better hit point rolls. Take the ghouls out. Luna got paralyzed, so that's not good. Go ahead and head out of the cemetery so I can be in a little bit more... wait, this was the wrong door. Let's find the correct door. I guess I could have unparalyzed her while I was in that room. Let's look at our map. Okay, I think I just have to go this way. Yeah, there we go. We can't see the cemetery doors from this side. I guess because they're open. So you use the key and they open. Yeah, so they're just always open now. Which you would think would be a safety issue, because couldn't all those ghouls and vampires just swarm out into Barovia now? I don't know. I guess not. There's the old church that we cleared out. What am I doing? Let's unparalyze her if possible. Maybe I don't have a remove paralysis left. I don't think it's a mage spell, so it would have to be Callan who would have it. Oh well. Still have to try out my Ice Storm and Lightning Bolt spells. Haven't given them a shot yet. Oh, here's the door. Maybe I'll find something in Barovia to try them out on. I think it's daytime, so it shouldn't be too brigand infested just now. Although it's getting towards night. There's the sun going down and I'm looking west. So yeah, we got some of these buildings that I haven't... Basically all of these buildings I haven't been in yet. So I'm going to check out some of these, at least the bigger ones. And find a place to rest so that I can unparalyze Luna. Entering a home uninvited is a skill at which I excel. As luck would have it, the purity of my elven face often calms those I come upon unaware. They must believe I am a goodly spirit, momentarily confused as I wander through their mortal world. Okay. Ha! I would have... Okay, this is the same thing that we say when we encounter all of these old guys who don't talk. I would have thought the old one would have something to say. Aren't old men with gray beards the first to tell their stories to passersby? What has befallen a land where those who have nothing to lose won't part with a simple smile? Don't see anything in here. Here's a mirror that doesn't work. Reflections would be quite a bit to ask for this era of a DOS game. Actually, let's camp out in this guy's house so that I can unparalyze. There we go. Unparalyzed. And got our spells recovered. It's nighttime now, though, so probably want to mostly stay inside until the sun comes back up. Which it should soon, because that was a 12-plus hour rest. Fire. And cabinets. That's not the door. Oh, that is the door I came in on. Okay, nothing much in here. We got... Wait, there are two doors. I guess this building just has... No, that was... Okay, so that's the door I came in on. This must lead to another room. Careful now, we've entered this home without invitation and should be cautious of our wanderings within. Above all, we should be polite in our inquiries. He won't talk, nor does it look like he cares to move from that chair of his. Best that can be done is to let him sit and stare away whatever years are left to him. So we just wander through people's houses. Deteriorating wallpaper there. Well, let's try this other northern building here. It's fancier and bigger. With some doors. Fancy door, and we got less fancy door. Let's check this. It's probably a closet or something. No, it's a room. Hey, it actually has some Piatom's ointment in it. And a cloak that probably isn't magical, but it won't hurt to pick it up and check as soon as I get a couple more things to detect magic on. Here's our owner, presumably, or squatter, somebody. Yep, another. He won't talk. He just wants to sit in his chair. Piece of response. Oh well, borrowed some ointment from him. Am I lost? No. That was the door out. Got another little house down here. Kitties! Got two kitties. And that's it. Poor kitties by the fireplace, but there's no fire. This. I hope she talks more than her husband and children than she will to us. Then again, twice nothing is still nothing. There must be others in this town more willing to part with the few simple breaths it will take to speak with us. We'll find them. I don't know, maybe we've already found all the people who will talk. Except that fighter should also be around somewhere. Yep, kitties! Oils of fiery burning. Go bring this all back to the inn. Nothing else. Like a bear skin or something there. Ooh, working on projects? What sort of projects? I think watching some of Jenny D's videos lately has got H. Lalone thinking about learning more sewing. We were actually wondering how you learned all your sewing. I thought maybe it's more like grandma teaching you. But I didn't really know for sure. Or some of it was from, like, home ec class. Or if it was all just self-taught with books and stuff. Nope, we got a pile of bones and a dagger. Probably not a magic dagger, but... Oh, and an ointment. Should use that before you become a pile of bones, but don't always get the chance. Don't I have a keyring somewhere? I should have a keyring somewhere that I can put that cemetery key onto. Keyring, where are you? Oh, here's a couple of keyrings. Oh, won't let me put them on there though. I also just put the key in there. Guess that's all that's in here. Let's see. So maybe I haven't been in this big building over here. But I did go in here, right? Well, maybe not. Who's this guy? Hey, we got a talker. Oh, with Grandma Kramer. And took a class. We don't mean to intrude, but are you alright? Yours is one of the few doors not barred to us, and we're in search of information. We thought to ask for assistance, but you look as if you might need our help. Are you well? Let's go with that one.
Oh, my dear son. He's not alive. Not in Barovia.
I think this is the guy we met at the very beginning. I can tell you
that. Our father feels these things. He knows them in his dreams. The dreams. I've seen the dead, bloodless face of the boy, of my son, and I've heard him speak. In dreams, he tells me he will be avenged. And then lightning strikes in the forest, and he is gone. Door unlocked. Have I left the door open again? Does it matter now that my son is lost? You have no idea how I've searched. No idea. The townsfolk talk as if I never had a son, or as if he's been dead for years. If only the dreams would tell me more.
Maybe he has been dead for years. This guy is maybe a little out of his mind. We met a gypsy on the way here. Do you know of the Vistani?
My friend, have no dealing with the Vistani. I warn you. Such vagabonds may have had a hand in my son's disappearance. No good townsfolk will have aught to do with them. They deal in curses and fortune-telling. I believe them to be thieves.
Well, that's all that we had to be able to say to him. Oh, I guess that's a picture that fell down. For a second there, I thought that was a cat door. But yeah, I don't think Barovians have cat doors. Look around this guy's house. Seems pretty empty. Yeah, he was one of the first people we met coming to Barovia, just outside of the hut that we wound up in. Okay, here we've already been. There's one other big house, I think, over... I don't think I went in here yet, because I would have seen this part and been revealed on the map. swing around south of here to map that out, because it was missing. This village is an old man, weary and worn out. It looks ready to lie down and die without so much as a word of protest to mark its fate.
I came to destroy you! Yet, in tasting the will of this body, I know you to be different than those who slew us long ago. My name would have been Strobel then, a humble jeweler. He earned his keep by the skill of his hands, content in both life and the love of his wife and children. Now I am vengeance! Unappeasable, unwilling to forgive, I have risen up to exact revenge on those who murdered us. And though I will not kill you, I will use you. He who took our lives was called Victor Grimmig. In the years to follow, he became rich, a powerful man capable of escaping all justice. At last, it is believed he escaped death itself and rules still from the darkness of his own tomb. Go to the cemetery and find you there a lord of ghouls, the undead murderer of my family. Destroy Grimmig, or I will turn my inner appetite for vengeance upon you!
Will you release us from your influence once we have done as you command?
Some humanity remains in this, my fearsome presence. Yes, destroy the ghoul lord, and you are free. Further, I will share with you the secret. Go now, fight, live, and return.
How did you come to this, if you were once, as you say, a humble jeweler?
Thieves in the night. They came for stones, for amethyst and agate, for
ghost.
opal and emeralds. These I gave them freely, yet their leader, Grimmig, chose a dark course and stole from us our precious lives. I begged, but it did not stay their evil hands. I have sought them all out. All are gone, save one. Grimmig, the Ghoul Lord.
Alright, I don't know how to get into Grimmig's tomb, though, because I think it was locked. And here he comes! Okay, so she is possessed by this ghost. I'm gonna save in a new save slot. Ghost. Just in case this is not something I can actually complete now. There's a lock here, too. That presumably locks that door. Oh, here's a key. Ah, Grimmig's Bone Vault key. So there's our key we need. So I'm going to want to stop off at the inn, which hopefully it'll let me do, and dump some of my things off. Or the blood on the vine. Blood of the vine? Tavern? Yeah, there's definitely probably something good behind that door, presumably, that he'll let us have. Once we do his stuff. Oops, that's the wrong door. That's that door. That's that door. I want this door. Blood on the vine. Yeah, that's what my map says. The sign originally, I think, was Blood of the Vine, and then it was repainted. Oh, there it is. It's got another story on top. Yeah. Blood on the Vine, but this used to be an F. And this N was... The F was somehow stripped, and this N painted on here. Okay, let's... Here's our stockpile. Let's check out our new stuff, if it's magic. I probably should have done that before coming in here, because I don't want to save... Yeah, I don't want to save these, I'll pretend this is the, give a penny, take a penny, but for adventuring gear spot over in this corner. And over here, let's dump some of our... So we just got several oils of fiery burning. Leave the white robe here. Well, I don't know. Everybody still happy with the blue robe, or should I switch back to the white robe? I think it's just a cosmetic difference, so... If anybody wants me to change robes, I can do that. On Gloriana. Callan actually has an enchanted cloak that I want to keep on him. There's some things to leave. Leave that. Probably leave some of these scrolls, because I have a lot of these. And I have a fair amount of healing already. Should we go with the white robe for a while? Alright. White robe. Drop off another potion of healing. I have been carrying a lot of potions of healing with me. And a lot of these ointments. These ointments are real potentially useful, but let's leave a couple of them here. So I have a nice pile of them. Just have one per character or something like that. For our backline characters. Keep Flame Strike. I want to keep some of these special scrolls. Oops, I don't want the box in there. And potion. Guess I don't really need this Axe of Hurling either. I think the dagger is better. It's a +2 dagger. Or the dagger of throwing. So I'll leave that axe there as well. Alright, he's got some space there. Oh, we've got a ton of scrolls in here. Leave some of these behind. Magical stones, cure disease, detect magic, cure disease, make plane protection. Kinda wanna keep some of those around because I may just need them in the middle of a dungeon. Let's get rid of this Cure Light Wounds scroll for now, though. Okay, I think I have a little more storage space now. Dump one more healing potion and call that pretty good, I think. Some space. Dump one of these bigger healing potions. Okay, I think I'm done with the dumping off of stuff for now. We got our robe changed. Now let's go back to that Grimmig's tomb, which is pretty close to the graveyard entrance. I just have to go through and turn left, I think. Right. This way. This away. Oh wait, that was the upstairs. Don't want to go upstairs. Where is the exit? Oh, okay. Yeah, it went not down the hallway, just through here. And it's daytime, which is convenient. Would be nice to find some magic armor for Luna. Some magic plate or something.
Pale eyes, pale skin,
Where are you going? This cemetery awaits. My quest is bound in the blood of this body.
Disobey the basement spirit. Return to the cemetery and destroy the Ghoul Lord now!
This is not what this is saying, but whatever. It roils and seethes and shall never rest until my stated end. Destroy Grimmick. You have no alternative. I thought... Oh, okay. I guess this is a different, I haven't been down here. This is another part of the old Sphalic Road that goes north from Barovia. So I don't know what's up that way. Maybe that's the way to get to Strahd's castle? Because we've been there when his own wagon took us, but we didn't actually see the way to get there. So maybe we'll explore that later. I mean, I'm sure we'll go down there at some point. Ah, I'm stuck on these trees. I'll just go back and go around them. Here we go. I'm gonna save again, because this place is probably already refilled with vampires and ghouls. Yep, there's a ghoul right there. I'm gonna hold off on casting my buffs until I get into here, I think. Uh-oh, monster's gonna talk. I don't know what monsters we've got up ahead here, so we'll have to see what that's gonna be. Oh, where'd my game go? There it is. I'm so slow, but I'm going to get to you eventually. I don't know what that was. Wasn't very strong, whatever it was. Looks like we got a lot of stuff in here. Oh, I got some magic chainmail. Hopefully it's not cursed. Don't need that spear, it's not magic. My bones ache. They have ever since we neared that rod. If the thing could speak to us, it would have something to say about bones. Yes, bones. Pick up the rod of rebirth. Good short sword. I wonder if that would let us bring back that one acolyte in the church. Pouch of unusual golden dust. Ring of fire resistance. Potion of giant strength. Some good stuff in there. Gonna cast Identify on that. And this. And that, I guess? Where's Improved Identify? Why don't I have... Oh, because I took my Ring of Wizardry off for a second. What's going on here? Oh, I can't cast Identify. I can't cast mage spells if I'm wearing the armor, but I don't know how else to identify the armor. Not that. Yeah, that's my +2 cloak. I can't hold it. I guess I can't identify this armor. It seems like it's enchanted enough to be as effective as the plate mail. What's this? Oh, possessed. I guess I'll do that for now. This still is just Pouch of Unusual Golden Dust and Rod of Rebirth. Oh, I didn't actually cast Identify on these. Because it... Here we are. I think I'll restart my monster timer because I've been fiddling with my inventory this whole time. Okay, still don't know what this dust is. Still don't really know what this rod is either. Like, surely that was not the Ghoul Lord, so there must be something else in here. Because that was even weaker than and certainly slower than a regular Ghoul. Yeah, I'll restart the monsters talk timer once I actually get to where there are some more monsters again. Cast light, maybe it'll be there's a switch it'll be easier to see or something. Like it looks like there's something written on this thing, but I can't look at that, so it must not be anything important. Wait, did I? No, it's just this corner piece that I saw there. Not seeing anything. My characters aren't seeing anything. Might go outside and double check the auto map and see how big this is. But I would think if anything there would be like a lower level to this. I guess the other thing is I could try using that rod on like this thing here. And a quick save first. No, that doesn't seem like a thing I can do. Oh, I guess that was it. I guess maybe that was the Ghoul Lord. That was a real easy Ghoul Lord fight, it seemed like. We have accomplished what you ask of us, O vengeful spirit. Will you leave now and be done with us?
Aye, you are free. Now I will join my family, those joyful spirits taken from me so many ages past. For your troubles, I give you a key. With it, you may open a door within my house, and there find my greatest work of all. Wonderfully cut, it is worth more coin than you have ever seen. May Helm guide you, and farewell.
I wonder if this is the red gem that we need to make Trimia's catalog work. Well, I got a key. Okay, restarting that timer. I'm behind you, I'm a swinging. Nighttime in the cemetery, Barovia. Ah, a tree. I cannot figure out how to get around the tree. Blood. I can't throw it that far. Blood. Give me your blood. She's zigzagging. I'm coming. Ah, I keep missing. Gonna cast negative plane protection and prayer just to be on the safe side here. Almost it. You got me. Aggro throwing. It's cheap, but it works. I'm coming for your brains. Ah, not a rod of smiting. think I've been in one. Where would that come from? I don't know. I don't see it. I was hoping to find a big cluster of things to try Ice Storm on. Thought somebody had Lightning Bolt as well, but I guess maybe not prepared? Oh, yeah. Add some Lightning Bolt. Danger, danger? Maybe I'll just try out Ice Storm to see what it looks like. Well, it filled up my whole screen and took out that ghoul, but I don't know. I'm coming slowly for you. A knife! A dagger! No! Oh, I smell your blood! I'm coming! Oh, here's where I should have saved my Ice Storm for. Let's do a fireball or something. Ah, she survived the fireball. Ah, fireball won't stop me! Serpentine, serpentine! I wonder if they made those zigzag just because of things like this dagger throwing. Or if it's just because I'm standing diagonally to them, and their pathfinding just goes tile to tile. That could be. Oh, Yumi's! Breathers! Get the breathers! Oh, she's out of, Burning Hands'. He doesn't have Burning Hands. Okay, I want to head back to the village. Actually, there's a couple things I think I want to do now. I want to head back to the village and check out that guy's, house and that locked door with that key he gave us. But I also want to... I don't know what this golden dust is. Or would be for. Ring of Fire Resistance. I guess I'll give her, Luna, the Ring of Fire Resistance. I don't know. I haven't really encountered anything that uses fire, except for the Hellhounds in the church. So yeah, maybe give her the Fire Resistance in case I run into more of those later. I guess this wasn't magic. Wait, why do I have another cloak? Oh, I found that elsewhere. Okay, not magic. This pouch is magic, and the Rod of Rebirth is certainly magic. I kind of wonder if I can use that to resurrect the Acolyte in the basement of the church. Because that was sort of mentioned by the old priest. So I kind of want to go try that. Don't know if it'll work, though. Maybe I'll head in there first, since I'm by the church anyway. Don't really know what else it would be for. Now, he mentioned it would take a full resurrection spell, not just raise dead, to bring him back. Well, the old priest is still here. I thought he might have left. Does he have anything different to say? Probably not. Oh, nope. Same things. It's the basement. Oh, I guess I'm also curious if the stuff in the basement comes back now that some time has passed, or if it stays cleared out. Now the question is, can I find that acolyte in a reasonable amount of time? So there's just a pile of bones somewhere. I'm not sure where that was. Not up here, because it'd show up as a piece of furniture on the map, I think. And it was I think it was at least a medium-sized room. Don't think it was in here, because I was in here like real early, and I don't think I saw it here. Nope. I should have marked it on the map, I guess. So I don't think I did mark it on the map, no. That's too bad. Should have marked that on the map. Not here. I remember it being in like the right corner of a room somewhere. Like there, right there. That's it. Oh, hey, that worked. There's another pile of bones in a building in Barovia somewhere. I don't know if it'd work on that.
How can I ever thank you for my life? Not only have you rescued me from death, you have brought back my bones from a cursed and fleshless state. I thank the gods I was able to escape Castle Ravenloft.
He was in Ravenloft?
That I died here where you found me.
I don't think the priest mentioned that that he had escaped the castle itself. By whose hand were you stripped to cursed bone? Who did this foul deed?
It was Strahd. You must understand, he is no civil and ordinary count, no mere lord. Strahd is death itself. He's a vampire, a Nosferatu, a creature of solitary evil who feeds on the blood of men and of women. This land will know peace only if he is destroyed, and I will gladly join any efforts in that regard.
So in case it wasn't yet clear, Strahd is the bad guy in this game. What events led up to this fate? Your flesh, guts, and tissues brushed aside like dust, leaving your enduring bones.
Know this. I suspected our Lord Strahd of being a vampire, and so I stole into Castle Ravenloft while the sun burned bright, intent to destroy him. How can I describe the raw, coarse, and scabrous evil? The horror of Strahd's minions as they attack me? It is impossible. I barely escaped with my life. Yet when I reached the church, dusk had drawn its veil across the land, and Strahd was there.
How could you, a priest, have gone to the castle Ravenloft uninvited and alone? I can't believe you had a key.
Exactly. North of Barovia lies a barrier, a gate beyond which a path snakes its way to Strahd's castle. I possess the key to that gate. Even in death, I hid it beyond Strahd's recovery. I know not what quest you are about, but as certain as the rising sun, whatever you seek is in that castle. Believe it! Strahd controls, watches, and holds all information and all things of value in the land.
I guess I was assuming that the whole ghost thing was a side quest, but it looks like this might have been mandatory. Everything we've seen points to Strahd's control of this valley. We should take another tour of his castle uninvited. Will you join us? Or if true, Strahd's authority seems boundless. We can't ask you to join us after what you've experienced, but will you give up the key so that we might visit this castle uninvited? So do we want to take this priest along? We have... We have an open slot. And this is apparently a good character, as opposed to an evil character. Oh, and I think he can probably wear the chainmail, magic chainmail that I just picked up, so I can give him that and then put the plate back onto Luna, and so we won't be too. And probably give him the rod of smiting and give Luna back the paladin's sword. And that should be a good, a decent starting setup for them. Alright, everything we've seen points to Strahd's control of this valley. We should take another tour of his castle uninvited. Will you join us?
I am at your service. and the key to the gate is yours. Let us be off, fortified by one great resolve that we must penetrate Strahd's defenses and take any action by which we might destroy him.
Alright. I has a key. Okay, this guy's got regular chainmail. Let's give him the magic chainmail. And give Luna back the plate. He has a... Oh, he has a magic mace. Let's cast Improved Identify. That is a +1 mace, so not amazing. Not compared to my Rod of Smiting +3 anyway. So give him that, give Luna back the, this is probably going to overall reduce our damage output a little, because his level's quite a bit lower than Luna's, and his stats aren't as good. But that's fine. Once he gets up a couple levels... Just smacked my microphone. Up a couple levels. Okay, now I need to find that sword again. Sword, sword, where are you? I know I didn't drop that sword, because it's like... There we go. Paladin sword +3. Our paladin, once again, holding a paladin sword. The other thing is... I'm probably gonna... Oh yeah, those don't help. Misha. Give him the Ring of Protection to bring his armor a little bit better. Be nice if I could had a shield or something for him. I guess I can probably go back to the go back to town and grab a shield. Because I'd like Misha's armor class to be at most 0. And I think a shield would get him there. Yeah, I don't think I have any shields on me. Jeweler's key. Then we need to go back to town to check out the whole jeweler thing anyway. So he has some cleric scrolls. Pray. Let's just double check Cowan's spell picks. That should be fine. Misha can cast quite a variety of level 1 and 2 spells, actually. And a lot of each of them. Maybe some invisibility to undead would be handy. I guess I'll leave light on Cowan. Give Misha some more cure light wounds and invisibility to undeads. And some hold person, slow poison. Although I'm not sure how useful slow poison is because I don't think it stops poison. So I would still need something to cure it, or the character's just gonna die later anyway. A couple of aid spells. Another slow poison. If there's anything here I want to change. I guess I still have 2 negative plane protections, so I can still cast negative plane protection on both of them. Both of my frontline characters. Because that second slot is also a frontline slot, so any vampires or whatever will be able to hit either of these and drain levels, which I really... Like, if I get a level drained, I should just reload, because it'd take, half hour, an hour of fighting to get that level back. Which is kind of unreasonable. I guess I could look around for that other skeleton I saw in Barovia to see if it can be brought back, but apart from it not being in northern Barovia, I have no real idea where to look for it. I just want to see if the old priest reacts to the acolyte being alive again. Which I would not expect him to, but...
Oh, it was me. Indeed it was. Whoever you are, thank you.
Oh, I guess I can't even bring that up now. I guess that's why. Alright, we need to get him a shield. We need to check out the jeweler's place. And then probably head back into the graveyard. Oop. This away. I should remember that that church faces east, because I think it is a Dawnbringer church. Red lock. Well, there's blood on the vine. Oh, I didn't mark the... It was this one, though. I recognize the shape of the building, I think. Meant to mark on the map which building that was, but I didn't. Whoa, got a brigand on me. Not for long, though. Oh, that's short range, wasn't it? He needs under 5,000 experience. These things, I guess, were worth about 50. So I only have to kill 100 of these and he'll gain a level. That's probably not how that's going to happen, though. Yikes. What are y'all doing here? Maybe I should duck into a house and rest until daytime. Yeah, these guys are kind of fast. Come on. Burning hands. Whoa, whoops. Oh, step. Oh, I can toggle stepping mode by pressing that. I guess. Didn't realize that. Now where the heck am I, though? Okay, let's rest till daytime so I don't have to slog my way through 30 or 40 more brigands. Let's see, how much time we got left? I don't see the sun in the west, so... Must be somewhere overhead. Because I can't actually look up. Okay. Here's our... Jeweler's key. Yeah, here is our big red gem. Priceless fire ruby. Ah, but this gem is neither for spending nor for the nimble fingers of a thief. It's one of the pieces needed to escape this land. Remember Trimia's catalog. Like the rest mentioned on the scroll, it will be kept safe until the proper time. Okay, let's, that there. So yeah, we have one red gem, so I can check that off of my shopping list up at the, scrolling up at the top of the screen. At least I think I put it on there. Yep, find a red gem. It's on there. That must have just gone past here. That's checked off now. What else is up there that, it looks like otherwise it's up to date. So that was the first thing on the list for Trimia's catalog. Find my key rings again. I should probably organize my inventory a little bit better, because I don't really know where anything is in all of these many, many boxes I have. Grimning's Bone Vault key, can put that away too. On a key ring somewhere. Unless my key rings are all full. But I have 2 of them, so I would think that there would be space in one of them. this wasn't it. Did I not just look through all my pouches? I'm sure I had 2 keyrings in a box somewhere. Box or a pouch. And I was thinking it was one of these boxes. Oh, there it is. Right. Key. There. Yeah, I don't know what this pouch of unusual golden dust is or is for. Didn't show anything new when I cast Identify on it. This way. Alright, we're gonna go back to the inn and see if I have a shield there. Or the tavern, whatever it is. Okay, did I put a shield in here? Looks like maybe I don't have a shield in here. That's unfortunate. What's that? Oh, Mage's Journal. I just wanted a shield. And now we're in sing mode. Where's the shield? I guess I'll find one later. I think the graveyard might have had some anyway. So let's head back there. Back through Barovia. It's gloomy and I'm going the wrong way, but now we're not. Well, the shields are... I mean, the shields aren't useless, but my other characters can't use them. Just my, just these 2. Shields are useful, but my other characters can't use them. Checking different buildings for where I left some shields. Not in here. No shield. Skeleton or a pile of bones, but not one I can rely on. But yeah, there might have been some at the bandit camp too. I know there are a lot of shields around that I have dropped in different places, but I can't seem to remember any specific spot they could be, so I'm just looking around. Or I could try to find one later. And then there's this Banshee riddle I probably need to get past this, but I don't know. Gonna look for a shield for a little longer. Maybe I'll try this tomb here, but it's probably empty. Oh! Shield. Ooh. Encumbered. Lightly encumbered. This guy's strength is not that great. I don't know what the penalties for light encumbrance are. And I don't know if I should strip him down to unencumbered. Maybe check the manual for that. Maybe nothing for light encumbrance? It says a moderately encumbered character receives a -1 penalty to attack. But I don't see anything for light encumbrance in the manual. Let's try to get him up to moderate. Okay, so yeah. He's not moderate, so I think light encumbrance might be fine. So let's leave him at that. I definitely want him to be, you know, as armored up as I can get him. If he's gonna be sitting there in the front with Luna. She doesn't have her shield is it's just a normal, they both just have normal shields. So she must have a better armor class because of her dexterity, even though they both have heavy armor on. I guess so. Because I think this plate and this magic chainmail both have the same armor class boost. Oh, you try swapping them. Yeah, it's the same thing. Since Misha has got lower strength, I want him to have the lighter weight armor, since they're both as effective. So yeah, the graveyard actually seems to still be kind of cleared out. That's kind of surprising. I thought stuff would have come back. Because it seemed to be coming back all the time before. So we have this Banshee. Our blessing gains a magic to calm our sister's soul. I don't know what that might be referring to. So here, with faith through darkest fate, we stand watch in immortal pride. Dust to dust, our blessing gains a magic to calm our sister's soul. And then below, seek out the sign that to Avernate will release us all. So, can these statues somehow grant me a blessing? So I assume that's who's, standing guard here. But I don't know how that would work. That has something to do with this unusual golden dust, which I would not think, but maybe. Oh! Patient guardian, will you speak? Reveal the secret over which you stand your silent watch.
In ghostly grief our sister wails, a lament to burst the hearts of mortal men. Long ago, an evil prince pursued us to this place, to vanquish our sister's love. As we stand without, her spirit watches over him within the tomb. There his signet lies hidden, his honor and his only link to Avernate, cast down by the jealous lord. Only my blessing, when rightly asked, may calm our sister's tears.
Elven spirit, how may we gain your blessing?
Speak not of blessings before the story and its breadth unfolds. To find yet another doorway to the truth, my twin holds the second key.
Okay, guess we have to... Oh wait, that used my dust up though. So is there another pouch of that stuff, or did I just use the wrong statue, or what? My twin holds a second key. Well, this would be the twin, but... Okay, I can use this statue again.
In ghostly... Speak not of blessings before the story and its breadth unfolds. To find yet another doorway to the truth, my twin holds the second key.
Right, so it sounds to me like I need to find another pouch of that dust. But just on the off chance that I'm wrong, I'm going to try to talk to the... I'm reloading and trying the other statue first. Oh, valiant guardian, can you speak with us? Might you reveal the secret over which you watch and ward?
Long ago, in a fit of jealousy, a prince of our land slew a warrior who was brave and true. In forsaken ground he rests, far from home, burdened by an unjust death. Unable to reach precious Adonai, he waits in stillness while we stand guard. We watch for a gift of enforceful dust, and then for heroes brave and just, to ask our blessing and proceed below.
The gift of dust is yours. Now, please hear our words. May we, in turn, receive the gift of your blessing.
Your offering reveals your heart, and my blessing I bestow upon you freely. Hear me, though, for my sister awaits your presentation. Both she and I beg with pleading hearts for your assistance. Aid, if you can, the warrior whose uneasy soul awaits below.
So, did this one give me the blessing, then? I don't know. I'll try to go inside with after saving here. See if the Banshee just kills me again. There's the Banshee. Yep. Just killed two people with one shot. But yeah, I guess I need another pouch of dust from somewhere. Right, that shows up as an NPC now. So I don't have any particular idea of where to look for that. There's another house. Like, I guess I can go to Grimmick's tomb and see if there's, like, if the dust is respawned or something, but I don't expect that to be the case. But let's check it out anyway. Since we're in this area regardless. Yeah, no. Don't see any more dust here. Well, I suppose we could go and look for... Actually, I wonder if that signet ring is the encircling piece that is the Trimia's catalog was talking about. I sort of figured that would have been more of a crown type of thing, but a ring is also a circle. And that would be presumably a finely crafted elven encircling piece of gold or platinum. And there are some multiple things in Strahd's castle that I think we need now, because we're told that Madame Ava's missing card is probably held by Strahd by now, even though it was stolen by a human. And the holy symbol of Ravenkind is surely there. Okay, let's get indoors somewhere. I'm stuck on trees. Because it's dark again. There's also this red lock thing that I'm... Oh yeah, this was the house full of arrows. Rest at 0 minutes. I want it to be daytime, so I would like to rest now. I guess because I haven't cast anything. There. Now it's daytime. Probably. Actually, I want to look... Okay, yeah. I just want to check the dimensions of this building, because I wasn't sure. And it's still not daytime. Okay, the sun's coming up, though. Red lock. So is this a red lock that was on the outside of a building? Or inside? Inside. I don't think I have any... I don't think I found a key that would work with that yet. Oh, I see it just now. Read game manual page. So unless you have a preference, this game manual page includes a cordial greetings from Strahd letter, which is probably what I would pick to read. But if you have some other section of the manual that you're interested in, or some topic, I can look for that and see what you see if I can find something relevant. Whichever thing you would prefer. I guess when you look around for my keys while you answer that. Oh, that's an empty box. Okay, I know that's what's in that one. Here's my key rings. I don't see anything that looks... Oops. Didn't mean to take those off. I don't see anything that looks like it would unlock a red lock. And as we all know, the knock spell does not do anything. Let's try it again anyway. Nope, knock spell does nothing. So yeah, if there's anything important in there, I have no way of getting to it, I don't think. I guess if you don't want to, I don't know if your chat's not working, or if you are just behind, or if it's, okay, read the letter. Cordial greetings from Strahd. Count von Zarevic, Lord of Barovia, welcomes you. For many travelers, I have contempt and slight regard, entering Barovia as they do in timid apprehension of her wonders. They are neither prepared for life high in the Balanox, nor ready to accept its dangers. Here the peaks of Baratok and Gakis stand in cloaks of granite, their cowls of snow pulled securely about them as if they alone might endure the ancient night. However, your party intrigues me. Perhaps the harsh cut of the wind or a storm in the forest does not alarm such adventurers. If that is so, I'm certain our woods, streams, and caverns will attract your interest, offering many a delightful diversion. Even the otherwise abysmal village of Barovia boasts a charming cemetery. You must visit it. Perhaps, if your party survives, that is, stays long enough in this harsh and unyielding home of mine, I may require its presence. I shall ask you to join me in Ravenloft, my castle upon the precipice overlooking Barovia. It is not an invitation to be refused. Yes, I admire a confident spirit. Your band of wanderers reminds me, pleasantly, of the Vistani, whose gypsies known throughout Barovia as gifted explorers and guides. Should you meet these vagabonds, you will find them to be fortune-tellers and spies, loyal friends, and vengeful enemies. More than Barovia's cowardly villagers, it is the Vistani who have made this land their home. Like you, they wander unafraid of the beasts in the shadows. This boundless world is their abode. I give my leave for your party to enjoy our misty twilight dangers. Let them challenge their wits and fighting skills. May the perilous magics of my land enchant them. But heed this warning, and do not play at cross purposes with me. To stand against Strahd is to be at odds with life itself, for he who sends these greetings is the lord and the law of this brutal paradise. With gentle regards, Count Strahd von Zarevik, Lord of Barovia. Alright, so I think I'm actually going to head towards Ravenloft, because I don't know where to find anything else in here. It looks like I need another pouch of that magic dust to make any progress on the Banshe. And I've explored at least most of these buildings to the extent that I can. I guess maybe not this one warehouse down here, but maybe I have. I don't know. This is the being reluctant on and off today, or off and on. And hopefully while you're visiting, it'll work better, because if I have, I don't know, maybe my Wi-Fi signal will be stronger wherever you're at. Alright. Old Svalak Road North, which we briefly stepped into before the ghost got mad at us and told us to go back to the graveyard, because I apparently got confused as to which way things were. Sounds like there's wargs up here, and I think I see wargs through these trees. I wonder if I can throw my dagger between these trees. I can. Since these wargs are apparently too big to fit between trees, I'll just take these out safely from here. Oop. Where'd my dagger go? Did I just lose my dagger of throwing? Oh, nope, there it is. It just decided to fall on the ground in an inconvenient spot. Here we go. Got some wargs. Let's move on forward. Or maybe move off to the side and see if there's more over here, because I don't want to get attacked from behind by these things if possible. To avoid. Come on, get him. Although at least they don't like do poison or any other obnoxious things like that. Or level drains. Yeah, I'll just hold that there. It's like a pile of bones over there. Ugh, can't get through those trees though. Maybe with step movement on, but I don't actually see if there's a clear path through them. I can get around though. Old Svalak Road. There's be like 30 of those signs around. It's the only road in Barovia, or at least the only road in this iteration of Barovia, so I don't know why they need all those signs. Rocks. Ooh. Ah, there we are. Behind me. Hi, things. Yeah, we're all quite a bit higher level, and also all have magic weapons. So those wargs are somewhat less scary now. Well, whatever that pile of bones is, I can't bring it back. I actually don't know if that Rod of Rebirth can be used more than once. It didn't say it had limited charges after I identified it, but don't really know how it works. Let's see, let's go ahead and Cleric, heal thyself. Well, he barely healed himself. At least it's a little bit more hit points, though. This is the standard Strahd warning poster. More rocks. Another pile of scattered bones there. Oh, and wargs that snuck up on me somehow. Just burning hands those all away. Let's see. Yeah, the clusters of wargs are much less dangerous now than when we first started this adventure. This is going so much. Also, we also have 4 characters now instead of 2, but still. Castle Ravenloft. Not to be confused with all those other castles in Barovia. Oh, hi. Come on, orcs. Getting some low damage rolls on some of these hits. Just rocks. I think we got this area pretty much totally explored. Is that a raven? I do need a... oh, more wargs. Come on. And behind us. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Miss. Okay, there's a couple of hits. Hey, good job. Misha got like 2 hits in a row there while everybody was missing. Don't see anything interesting here. So things that we're looking for in Castle Ravenloft, and I don't know if they're all here, but probably at least some of these things are here. We need a Feather of a Were-Raven, we need a card from Madame Ava's deck, which might be the Miss, because that's the card that I need, but it might be that I get that card from Madame Ava as part of the reading that she can do once she has all her cards, so... There's the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind, which is probably in here. And probably not the finely crafted encircling piece, because it sounds like that's past that Banshee somewhere. Oh, imagine this is our lock. Gates of Strahd's Castle are open. Let's see if I can rest out here. I can. Now it's nighttime. Going in here at nighttime is probably not smart, but oh well.
Once more, Castle Ravenloft lies ahead. The first time you came in answer to an invitation, riding within the Lord's carriage. Now you are arriving uninvited, and having ascended the tortuous trail by foot, the castle appears yet more ominous, threatening, and bare. By slow steps you cross the drawbridge. It is impossible to shake the feeling of uncertainty that someone, somewhere in the vast stonework above, is watching.
I wonder if it shows 4 characters crossing there, even if you don't have 4 characters in your party. So I could certainly come here with only 2. That was a pre-rendered cutscene, so I don't know if they had different versions or if they were compositing some things together. Doom guards. Okay, so she took a hit. Did she lose a level? No. Okay, good. I don't think so. Yeah, still level 7. He's still level 4. Okay, so these guys don't level drain. That's good. That was my main concern there. So I don't want to get level drained. Let's do some buffs. Let's try out a lightning bolt. These guys are made of metal, so maybe... I don't know if that did much. Oh, actually, maybe the door even stopped it. I don't know. Whoa! Misha just got really beat up. Oops, and then I accidentally left the thing. He only had 1 hit point left, I think. That's what it looked like. Oh, is this... So I backed out of the castle. Come on, heal up. Healing, healing, healing. Use all of my Cure Light Wound spells, I guess, on him. I wonder if my prayer is still up. Not sure if I can tell that. Oh, yep, prayer. Oh, and she has negative plane protection still up too, for that matter. Last, Cure Light Wounds. I think he has Cure Serious Wounds prepared as well. Maybe 4th level? Yeah. And Luna still has her Lay on Hands, so we still have a little bit of healing available. Wonder if all those Doom Guards respawned? Yeah, still just 2 left, I think. Now, what I should be doing is just standing back here and using my cheap dagger. Oop! I got his attention. Misha gains a level. Okay, these things must give a lot of experience then. Come on, get him! Get him! Get him! I'm getting got. Okay, got him. But now we're all beat up again. Actually, I think his armor class got improved with that level gain too, so that's nice. Let's see, new spells. He can get 1 level 3 spell. I'm not sure which one of these he should just have on him. Maybe another charge of negative plane protection would be good to have. Okay, lay hands. That should heal him up quite a lot. Yeah, pretty good. And we got 1 more of these, at least I hope it's just 1 more of these Doom Guards in here. Missed. Come on. It's a good thing their AI isn't any smarter, but it's still making it quite hard to hit with his dagger. Plus the dagger just goes through them, but I don't think that's the case. Can't tell if that means he's just blocking it, but probably not, because those must have been good hits. Now, will it let me rest in here? It will. That's surprising. I actually thought this might be a thing where it doesn't let you rest in the castle, so you have to like leave and come back and explore different parts. Okay, this is where we met Strahd originally. That's why I can see this part. The rest of the passageways were originally blocked off by those Doom Guards. Okay, we got up and down stairses. Up, down. And although I probably won't forget, let's go ahead and mark this as the entrance. In case I do forget for some reason. There's probably a lot of secret passages and stuff in this castle, too. We didn't really get a chance to get a look around in this room, I don't think, because as soon as we came in here, it immediately did the Strahd talking to his cutscene. This is just a different version of these Raven statues that have been around. I don't know what that noise is. Got some pictures up on the wall. Guess there's the portrait of Strahd himself. Oh, we got like bat torch sconce things. Or not sconces, whatever the holders that you stick in the wall are. Those are kind of neat. That'd be a fun like Halloween prop. With some like fake like LED torch things. Ravenloft. The Oft? No, Ravenloft. So I'm in Ravenloft now. Still don't know what that noise is. Alright, let's try this other door before I start going up or down anything. Actually, this looks like a up stair here as well. Just looking all around here in case there's anything visible that I can check into. It looked like a button. And we got some doom guards way at the end of this hallway. Can't throw the knife quite that far. Okay, so I guess negative plane protection must be like permanent until it gets triggered. I feel like there's gonna be a trap in the middle of this hallway. No, maybe not. Just these guys. Did the door shut behind me? It did. I can reopen it though with that. Okay, so we got some like hidden, I guess not particularly well hidden, but some like bat switch things. This is a long hallway to just have it be a hallway. How we doing? This is a great big room. This looks like maybe this was originally like the chapel or something. You pick up Strahd. Let's read Strahd's, I don't know, is this a diary? Or biography, autobiography or something? One morning in the second half of the year, 350, my brother Sergei entered my study in a mood too cheerful to bear, too bright and youthful to tolerate. He'd met a girl from the village of such virtue and beauty he planned to marry her. I was furious. Sergei, destined to embark on a life of service to the church, was to be our most high priest. He had already been given the priest's pendant to wear as a symbol of the approaching ceremony, and here he was bubbling over with ludicrous devotion to a peasant. Less than a week later, he brought this wretched embarrassment of his named Tatiana to my castle, and I fell in love. I say it simply because it happened simply. At the first sight of her, I knew she was far beyond ordinary beauty, as the luster of a jewel is beyond that of polished glass. From that moment on, my brother became no more than a cold obstacle to me, and Tatiana became my life. And that's what led to a whole lot of bad things. Going to assume that this won't work here, but Well, I guess I'm not assuming it, but I'm expecting it. Got something written in blood here, but... Oh, I can't read it. Behold, my heart's desire, a pact with death. Why do I have combat music? Oh, this thing snuck up on me. I don't know where that came from. Smidge of healing. Still don't know what that grinding sound is. Is that just the Doom Guards moving around, or what is that? Ah, where are you coming? Oh, gargoyles. Okay, I don't know how tough gargoyles are, so I'm gonna do something beefier. They might be immune to magic, though, for all I know. Yeah, that didn't seem to do anything. And I think I might have just missed the Doom Guard in there because I moved too far forward. Waste of a 4th level spell slot. Ugh. Maybe these things are immune to magic, too, for all I know. Okay, my magic weapons are working on these at least. Let's see. Still level 5, so I don't think he got level drained by that, so that's good. Yeah, because Luna got hit, but it didn't strip her negative plane protection, so it's not needed for those gargoyles. Maybe it's only vampires that do it, and ghostly things. So let's do it. Yeah, it still has negative plane protection on. Let's go ahead and cast negative plane protection on our buddy here as well, Misha. Okay, sweet. Because I'm sure we're going to run into some vampires or something in here at some point. Still lots of random noises that I don't know what they're for. Maybe this is where the gargoyles were, like tucked away in here. Looks like we got another upstairs. Mark that on the map. Oop. But I want to explore as much of this floor as I can before I go like way up or down anywhere. I don't see the buttons in these things like by those other doors. I don't think those are switches. Tried them, they didn't act like switches. Oh, fake wall though. Mage Scroll of True Seeing. Okay, that is a thing that I'm going to scribe. And try to memorize if I can. It's level 6. I'm never going to get there this playthrough, I don't think. That would let me see invisible things. I don't know if it'd let me see, Cleric Scroll of Cure Wounds. If it'd let me see illusory walls for what they are, possibly. But okay, yeah, we got a, I don't know what else in this game True Seeing would necessarily let me see, but True Seeing is like the most potent of D&D, detection spells. True Sight normally lets you see anything that would be, One of these walls seems, well, unusual. Perhaps a closer examination is in order. Yep. Matching the other side, figured it probably would be a, matching secret door here. Pick up some more potions that hopefully we will never need. I haven't really been using potions. I'm just, because the game is quite generous with letting you rest. But if I get stuck in some place where it won't let me rest because there are too many monsters nearby and I need some healing, well, I'll have a whole lot of healing potions available, I guess. Come on, let me out. expecting to get attacked by gargoyles or something when I went over to this side of the area as well, but so far nothing over here. Don't see anything back in here. Don't know what this room was for. Oh wait, here's another... This go up? Looks like this goes up. Got another upstairs. Up. Alright, now we have lots of choices for going up and one choice for going down. I want to go up first and look for loot because I would expect more of the vampires and things to be down. I don't want to just immediately go there. Of course, Strahd himself, I don't know if he's more a highest peak of the tallest tower kind of guy or not, but... Let's just check this wall over here for a illusory wall, secret door kind of thing. Doesn't seem like it. Just thought maybe, because it's kind of like nothing in this little corner here. I guess I didn't really check the dining room for that either. I kind of looked at the walls, but didn't actually like go up and try to move through them. But, oh! Gloriana saw something. I'm not sure what. What did you see, Gloriana? Let's see... Wait, maybe that? No. I don't see anything that looks pressable on this wall. What over here? No. Oh wait, there we go. Oh, gargoyle. Gargoyle and more Doom Knights. The gargoyles are not immune to magic, but I'm not sure I can hurt these dudes with magic, because they don't seem to be taking any magic damage. Okay. Throwing knife time. That's a miss. And where'd my knife go? I guess we're still swinging at each other through this wall. There. I'll see if I can spot my knife. Where is it? Oh, I had it for a second there. So I have to pick it up. If I get close enough for the wall to open, then I can't see the knife. Oh, here it is. It brought it closer to me. I guess it won't. If since the wall was closed, it wouldn't go in there. We got another buttony thing to press. Did I see something on that wall, or was I imagining it? An odd imperfection of some sort. Yes, it's this. What did that do? I can't tell what that did. Did that do anything? I think it opened up something further along here. Whoa! Did I just get hit by a fireball trap? No, a lightning trap. Ouch. Can I just rest here? Yes, I can. Let's do that. Okay, so I need to watch out for a lightning bolt trap shooting its way down here. That came from this way, I think, right? Or did it come from behind me? Well, let's cast Prayer. Try to whip around a corner here or something. Come on, get him. Missing, missing, missing. There's a hit. There's a hit. And the mages with the quarterstaffs. get the job done. There's a couple items over here. Potions? Still not 100% certain where those lightning bolts came out of, because I guess I was too panicked to actually pay attention. But it seems like maybe there's a trigger for them, because they're not just going off randomly, as I hear them. There's a pressure plate or something. And we got stairs here as well. So that seems like a pretty good exploration of this level of the castle. Oh, where'd this guy come from? Did he just spawn like in front of me? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if things like come back, but he just kind of appeared. Maybe he came from upstairs or something. Let's go up. Gargoyle. Please attack the gargoyle. There we go. Orlo? Something. There it is. Oh, Misha's almost dead. Please finish off the... Misha has 1 hit point left. These lay hands. That was awful close for him. How are we doing on levels? He's still level 5. She's got a long ways for level 8. He's got quite a ways for any levels, and so does she. So we're probably not going to level up anytime soon here. Oh, hi gargoyles. I thought that might be a fake door, but then suddenly gargoyles in my face. This actually looks like a court of the count, so yeah, maybe like the throne room kind of thing. Luna took a pretty big whack there. Something on the wall, or wasn't I imagining it? An odd imperfection of some sort? Is that... Oh, hey, there's also a switch here. I don't know what that did. Nothing here, except another... Oh, button. I don't know what all those are doing, except it's like opening up this space a little more. What the teleport? Okay, so we got teleport things here. I'm not sure which way to get around them. I guess maybe just through here? Another hallway. Got arrows that I don't care about. Chainmail that I might, if it's more enchanted than the chainmail I've got. I guess I can just try it on. Nope, not as good. Probably not magic chainmail at all. Yeah, there's just like arrows all over the floor here. Let's check down this way. Oh, we got some ointment. That stuff's good. So I think in addition to healing, it cures like disease and poison. So that gives me a option other than reloading if my characters get poisoned. Or using a scroll of cure poison. You know, I didn't really check in here for secret doors. I feel like pretty much every room in this castle I should at least check the wall, like run past the walls. Unless I've already been on the other side of the wall anyway. Just to make sure that there isn't something crazy. Okay, we were all in pretty healthy shape at some time. More gargoyles. So are these gargoyles that I didn't get my first time in this room, or did they just come back? But that was a lot of damage. Let's heal Luna back up to full here. Come on, all the healing spells. Or at least almost up to full. And maybe cast prayer. Get that going. And get back in here with a burning hands. That worked pretty well, actually. You'd think, I'd expect gargoyles to be fire resistant, given that they're made of rock. But either they'd already taken enough damage that finished them off, or... I wonder if it'll let me, sit in his chair. Nope. Or I'll just turn around and sit. There. I'm sitting in his chair. Staring at this blank wall with a secret passage in it, I guess. We got more stairs here. Are these both going down? I think. Stairs and doors. These both look like downstairs to me. Down. Down. I don't need to check these for secret doors until I get to the other side of this wall and look around in these other offshoot rooms. Ooh, look at all the scrolls. And Strahd's notes. Let's read Strahd's notes. These notes are to be added to my folios when a final disposition in the matter of Azalin, the Lord of Darkon, is achieved. When I contemplate that lich, the fashion by which withered flesh clings to his bones, his stench of mold and decay, and when I think of his great power, I despair. The land betrayed me in bringing him to my world. It has come to my attention that a brazen female, an assassin by trade, stole from Azalin 2 objects of necromancy. Further, my agents among the Vistani say this woman escaped Ravenloft entirely with these objects. How she escaped and the exact nature of these items remains a mystery. In any event, were these necromantic pieces in my possession, they may provide a long-awaited advantage over the Lord of Darkon. I must have them. Today, the faithful Vistani have informed me of new travelers through the land, along with a curious note from a gypsy seer about objects of power returning to Ravenloft. Are they the same? Will a few lost fools at last deliver Azalin's power into my hands? I assume this is referring to us and the items that assassin had, the one who took the holy symbol from Lord Delt and had some heart and some other thing. Like, he had a couple of things, and we picked them up, but it took them from us when we went to Barovia, assuming whatever Vistani pulled us through the mists took them. But apparently not one loyal to, from a gypsy seer. So maybe Madame Ava herself has those. We don't really know how they'd be relevant to anything. But I guess Strahd is hoping that we would get a hold of them, and then he'd be able to take them from us. Mage Scroll of Lich Touch. Let's grab that. Mage Scroll of Claws Umber Hulk. Let's grab that for her, because Callan already has that one. Mage Scroll of Stone Skin. I think we both have that one. Maybe not. No, maybe Callan doesn't have that one. Go ahead and scribe that. Shouldn't need that for this adventure, but if we go on to the sequel to this adventure, then that could be useful. So right now I have to, I probably don't have anything dangerous to fight outdoors. And I have the front rank covering us for armor. So we got another up-down thing here. At some point I'll have to probably start adding which things these up-down things connect to. Like have some like letters to identify stairwells. Oh, right. This is this up-down or just down? I think this was up-down as well. Guess let's go up some more. Was this the Rooms of Weeping? There's a blue door. I haven't seen a door like this one yet. Not a friendly looking blue door. Also some not friendly sounds coming from behind that blue door. At least I assume behind the blue door. Let's see, what effects do we have up? It's like prayers up and negative plane protection are zombies too. Well, I hear stuff still, but I don't see anything. Okay, it wasn't behind that door. Another Strahd portrait. Oh, wait, what's hitting me? There's something invisible here? So are there invisible monsters here that I can't see? Do I have a detect invisibility spell? So that true seeing is way too high level. There's no way for me to cast that. Detect scrying? No, that won't work. Got invisibility spells. Pray. Maybe it's a cleric thing, but I don't think it is. No, I don't see anything that would let me see invisible. Unless something was attacking me through a wall. That's another possibility. So I think either it was attacking me through a wall, or it was invisible and can't, or it's immobile and couldn't move and is invisible. Or I killed it with burning hands, but I don't think that's very likely either. Oh, my, negative plane protection came off, so I think whatever it was did, probably was a level degrading thing. And it would have taken damage from the negative plane protections. It's also possible that it was visible and died because it took 2 blasts of negative plane protections feedback. Or re-died. Fully died. Like, what is that? What just happened? I just went through a, Huh? Now I'm real confused. Oof, zombie enemy golem. I'm getting out of that room. Huh. Yeah, okay, I guess the negative plane protection just is protecting its undead in general. Or falls off when hit by undead in general, not just by things that level drain. Yeah, let's get really set up for this nasty hallway up here. Burning Hands and Ice Storm. I'm gonna try. Man, it's just like instantly killing. Instantly killing them. I apparently need to fight that battle from a greater distance. See, I think those things were kind of hitting me through the wall because I got in some weird corner where the math made it think that it could see me. I guess I haven't checked behind this door yet, either. Oh, another one of these blue doors. What's that? I'm stuck in the door. Come on, door. Oh. Well, that one was a secret door. Was the other one? Like, I went up to it and clicked on it. I don't think I tried moving through it. Nope. That one's not a secret door. Apparently. Or at least it's not one that opens from touching. Da-da-da-da. Assume this just opens this door that's presumably around the, yeah, this door here. Oh, vampires. A couple of vampires in there. We need to double check our negative plane protection, negative plane protection. Ice Storm, Burning Hands ready. That took a level off of her, so we're gonna reload that, because she got hit twice in a row there before I could do anything about it, really. And I think he just lost a level and died. Wonder if these are tougher vampires than the ones in the graveyard, because they do seem to be causing me more trouble. Let's try and fight these more from range. Ah, except there's nowhere for me to really go. Nope. Let's see, how am I going to deal with these vampires? Got prayer up, we've got negative plane protection. It's possible the Ice Storm just doesn't work on them. Maybe I should try more lightning bolt type action here. Oops, not magic missile, that's probably not what I wanted. And she just lost a level again, I bet. No wait, level 7. She was level 7 before, I think. Was she level 8? Or did she... I don't think she lost a level there. So she took 2 hits, so I expected her to. I'm gonna make another save up here real quick. And just see... level 7, 57k to next level. Oh yeah, okay, so that's fine then. I think. Oh, I should have cast negative plane protection before resting, but whatever. Oh, there's another up here. Up. So I think that was up. Was it up? Yeah, those stairs go up. Sneak around the corner. Ooh, a bed. One of these walls seems unusual because it's not really a wall. Okay. Got Doomguard over there. Don't see anything nasty that way. Whoops, I didn't mean to step out all the way here, but whatever. Still got a little bit of space. Will that reach? It will. At least a couple throws on it before it's close enough to hit us. So I wonder if those Doom Guards are constructs? They're apparently not undead, because they're not triggering the negative plane protection spells. And I wouldn't think that they would be human. For a whole variety of reasons. What the? Oh, I'm on a spinner. Yay, random spinner. Why is there... Why am... There. Well, that goes further that way. There's a lot of stuff on the ground. Don't care about halberd, even if it's magic. Or arrows. Potions of healing, sure. Why not? Check this chainmail. I guess there's another enchanted chainmail, actually. We'll go ahead and keep a hold of that. Maybe it has a cool additional enchantment besides just being +2 or whatever it is. Potion of Giant Strength. Give that to Misha, because that could actually be useful for him in a real serious fight. Boost strength up for his rod of smiting. And let's see what's down this hallway. Oils of Fiery Burning. I guess I should try using those sometimes. Maybe I'll keep this one in my main inventory. On vampires and things. Maybe next vampire I come across, I'll try to remember to give those a toss at it. Okay, and then we can try this east end. Ah, stupid spinner. Oops, I went the wrong way, off the spinner. Can I go around this? No, there are spinners in both directions. Ah, I keep going the wrong way. I want to go east. Oh wait, there's not just a spinner here, it also, there's something I think there's a flippy around direction thing here too. This is too fast for me to be, okay, there we go. Just random if I can get off of it because of in stepping mode it spins me too fast. Suppose there's gonna be another trap over here too. Got upstairs. Up. There's a few of those. I don't know if that did anything, but... Try it, I guess. Yeah, I think these things might just be magic immune. I wonder if these things are listed in the manual. I think it has a bestiary, maybe. Guess I'll cast some healing magic, because that'll work, even with these things, man. Really want another couple levels for Misha. Come on, where's my knife? There's a hit. These things usually take like 3 or 4 hits for these. 3 that time, I guess. Dagger throwing's damage should be fairly consistent because its damage range isn't very hot, isn't very large. Ooh, more of these. And that one didn't get stuck. Oof, that was a chunky hit there too. Missed. One, 2, 3. Miss. 4. There we go. Oop, my ear is terribly itchy. Okay. Rest. Make sure everybody's negative plane protection is still up. I should probably cast... Really, I should probably just have prayer running whenever I'm doing anything here as well. Because just the normal Doom Guards in here are pretty powerful, it seems like. Even a fight with just one of them, sometimes I take quite a bit of damage. And a fight with more than one of them, I kind of have to try and find a choke point to turn into a fight with one at a time. Ooh, got another secret room. With a secret downstairs. Down. Nothing else in here, though. I wonder if this goes to an interesting part of the floor below, or if this is just another way up. Then you have to find a secret. Yeah, definitely a lot of... Definitely not disappointed by the number of secret doors and things in this castle. I was kind of expecting there to be a lot. I'm just gonna peek down these stairs to see where this leads. Oh yeah, I haven't been in here. Oh, and there's something dangerous. 30 damage. 30 damage. Where am I? Oh, I'm here. Wait, what? I don't remember. I'm confused. I'm not sure what just happened there. But let's put negative plane protection back on. Yeah. Cast prayer. Save. Maybe... I don't know, cast invisibility? I think I have some invisibility to undead spells. And get ready to cast... Somebody know hold undead? Hold undead. These zombie golems are ridiculous. I don't know how I can fight them in close quarters like that. Have any chance at all. Okay, you can't see me. I guess I can maybe go up there and, like, blast him quickly with everything with a fireball and pop back down and hope that it, doesn't then kill me. I don't know if these are actually hitting it or not, or if they're just getting... I don't think that did anything. Ice Knife? I think Stone Skin is self-ul... Oh, I can cast Stone Skin on other characters. Well, let's try that, see if it'll help. Doesn't seem to have boosted their armor class, probably because they're already wearing armor. Okay, he missed. That was nice. What else I got? I got some Ice Storm. About out of magic. I'm trying this thing. Yeah, 22 damage in one shot there is an awful lot. I could try to turn it, I suppose. I don't know where it just went. Maybe Stone Skin isn't an AC boost, maybe it's a damage reduction in this version of D&D, I don't really know. Now I'm just like stuck behind me or something. Yeah, I don't know. I can't seem to defeat the zombie golem in a straight up fight at least. So I'm gonna give that up and try a different route. Oop, missed my exit. It's around here somewhere. There. Oh, perfect. Through here and this way. Haven't tried this door yet. Oh, hi, Guard. I was gonna back up and throw a knife at you, but then he actually figured out how to come down the, come in the doorway. That Doomguard fight went better than they usually do. Possibly because I have prayer up. That certainly helps. Another long hallway with no obvious secrets. Blue door, open. Vampires. Right, I was gonna try these oils of fiery burnings. Oh, that was kind of neat. Hold undead, did not work. Please, burning hands. And I need another negative plane protection, because that would have taken hers off. I think he has one somewhere. Get another burning hands ready, or a maybe I should just use Ice Storm. I'm not certain that Ice Storm works on these, but okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure if ice works on those or not. I would kind of expect it to not be as effective as fire. Oh well, couple more vampires down, I guess. I think each of those vampires gives me like 1,000 experience per character or something like that, so. Gloriana is not too many vampires away from getting a level. Those zombie golems, though, are just devastating to my party. So we got long corridors apparently ending in mostly dead ends. We got a downstair here. Yep, that doesn't seem to be anything. Let's try this one. Balcony.
The balcony reveals a steep precipice dropping off into the valley below. A harsh wind threatens those who brave the sight. While in the distance, Barovia appears as a small grouping of homes, helpless and exposed. How insignificant it must seem to he who makes Castle Ravenloft his home.
Okay. So I guess that's just like a cutscene balcony thing. I doubt that's relevant to anything, but just in case it... I'll mark where that is. Oops, that's not what I want to click on. Not a clickable bat thing. And this one is just a dead end, apparently. I'm gonna head down the downstairs just to see what it connects to. So far, we haven't really had to use up any consumable things. Mostly because we haven't... I haven't actually... Okay, so this is a new part. Oh! Okay, let's see then if I can, So yeah, read game manual page. I don't know if that's not showing up until you send another chat message, if it gets interrupted or something, but I do see that in there now. Let's see. Of course, it might also be asking you to type something in chat. I forget if I have a thing request there, but yeah. Okay, so we do have... Yeah, we do have a bestiary kind of thing with doom guards, gargoyles, ghoul gas goblin, bone golems, ghoul lords, golem, comma, zombie. A variation of the bone golem, the zombie golem is known for attacking with its powerful fists. In any single round of combat, a zombie golem can make 2 separate attacks, each causing from 3 to 18 points of damage. Luckily, this is a slow-moving creature, one incapable of surprising its victims. In fact, the smell exuded by this type of golem is so noxious it can affect any adventurer within 30 feet of the creature. The odor actually defends this horror against attack by making an opponent so stricken with nausea that it becomes impossible to concentrate on the battle. So yeah, that's the, 3 to 18 damage twice per round. So that's a maximum of 36 points of damage per round, which is about as much hit points as most of my characters have. Some of them have less than that. Quite a bit less than that, in fact. Also on this page is Groaning Spirit, Banshee. The Groaning Spirit, or Banshee, is usually the spirit of an evil female elf, a very rare thing indeed. Most Groaning Spirits hate the living. They find the presence of living beings painful and seek to harm whomever they meet. Groaning spirits appear as floating, luminous phantasms of their former selves. Their image glows brightly at night, but is transparent in sunlight. Most groaning spirits look old and withered, have hair that is wild and unkempt, and dress in tattered rags. They have faces of pain and anguish, and eyes burning brightly with hatred and ire. Groaning spirits frequently cry out in pain, hence their name and their deadliest weapon. Once per day, a banshee wails with such dreaded power that its keening voice may actually prove deadly. In the demi-plane, it has been said, banshees can include the trapped, tortured souls of lawful good female elves who are no more than victims of horrid circumstance, which is probably the case for the one that we are in a... Barovia is a demi-plane. Also on this page is Hellhound. Like some monstrous mutation of the Faithful and Guard Dog, these creatures of eerie and hellish disposition are often found in the service of evil beings. They resemble large dogs with fur of mangy, rust-red or red-brown color, while their teeth and tongue are soot black. In combat, Hellhounds prove clever hunters. They operate in packs and attack first by breathing fire at their prey from up to 10 yards away. Perhaps because they use fire as a weapon, they themselves are immune to such attacks, and their senses are so keen that they have been known to sniff out and attack those adventurers who had thought themselves successfully hidden by an invisible spell. Yeah, the only place we've seen hellhounds so far was in the church, but it wouldn't surprise me if there were more in this castle somewhere. And finally, living walls, which we've only seen in the bottom of the cat tunnels under Barovia village. Though living walls appear to be normal constructions of stone and brick, no, they don't at all look like that. They look like a wall of body parts. They radiate an evil magic that only a mage capable of true seeing can peer beyond. The wall actually consists of graying and sinewy flesh, of faces, hands, broken bones, feet, and toes jutting from the surface. Any creature dying within 100 yards of the wall can be absorbed by it, adding their life strength to its evil aura. In combat, the wall retains the abilities, and sometimes the weapons, of those it has absorbed. While no living wall will initiate an attack, once it has been struck, all the creatures who have been absorbed into it will strike back in an immediate combined attack. Beware of any living wall which has absorbed a powerful mage, for those spells memorized by the mage at the time of his absorption are at the wall's command. Alright. See if there's anything in this little room that I'm in. That's one page from the section of the manual about monsters. Is there anything actually in here? Oh, well, there's a stair down in here. Well, I could go down, or I think I can still explore more up as well. Maps don't, I guess, line up on each other. Yeah, I have some different options for going up further. Let's just see where this goes, though. Since I'm this kind of a separate and hidden section. That actually... Excuse me. Oh, that didn't actually send me down at all. Come on. Oh, there we go. Big down. That just sent me right back to this upstairs. Oh, that's a fake up, too. I guess these just, fake down, fake up. It's just a passageway, even though it looks like stairs. Oops, I went the wrong way. Didn't mean to go into the balcony, I meant to go this way. Bah! Bad door. Open back up. Wonder if those gargoyles are back. Don't see them. So there's down. I want to try another upstairs. I don't know where one is that isn't full of murderous zombie golems. So I keep running into those every time I've tried to go up further, I think. Let's try this one. Maybe I'll have better luck over here. So I don't think I tried this one yet. Cast prayer. Prayer, prayer, prayer. Oh, okay. I will drink some water then. Thank you for the reminder. Oh yeah, okay, so this is Rooms of Weeping. We've been up here, and then I think I got somehow snagged on a different... I'm not sure what actually sent me out of here. Come on, door. Open. Ah, stuck. Okay. for secret passages, nothing. The doors! Don't see anything in here. Okay, let's try opening. So I wonder if that growling is the actual zombie golem things. If there is a zombie golem behind these doors, I probably need to kite it around the. I don't see one there yet. Okay, I'm just gonna check each of these doors first to see if there's anything right behind it. Oh, well, we have some gargoyles. Fireball one of those, and then... Come on, get him. Okay, still have negative plane protection up. I guess Ceylon 01 wants me to drink more water. Okay, I'll do that in a second here. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Okay. Looks like we got another thing to read here. Okay, I'll drink more water now while I rest. Ceylon 01 going through all of the redeem options, it looks like. I will sit up straight for a moment. Strahd's letter to the Vistani. More stuff to read. Gonna fill up all my boxes with documents. Dear Madame, though I think of you often, it is with regret that I manage to write so infrequently. It is also true that securing reliable delivery for my correspondence has become difficult. On more than one occasion, your talents have proven of value to me, as have your readings of the mystical Taroka cards. I believe your ability to see into our future remains unparalleled in the present age. Without your people, the venerable Vistani, as my allies, I would find my grasp on the land falling away in bits and pieces like autumn leaves.
Your information on the intruders from beyond our borders has aroused my curiosity unlike any event in recent times. Thus, when this message is at last presented into your hands, a bonus of great measure beyond our regular agreement will accompany it. My undying regards, Strahd.
There's your face. And fashion show. Okay, well, you can probably see my shirt fairly well already, but let's pop out to here. This is my Dungeons and Ganon shirt that I've mostly been wearing while doing this particular game. My AI background removal is having a little bit of difficulty here, but you can see, based on the old D&D red box. But with a little bit of Zelda mixed in. But yeah, it seems like, so yeah, it definitely sounds like Madame Ava sent Strahd information about us. Let's put this letter away. But I'm not entirely sure that she's entirely just on Strahd's side either. Because it seems like somebody, Vistani, pulled us through the mists and took some of those artifacts but didn't give them to Strahd because he still seems to not have them from his other writings. Oh, do we finally have a secret in the bookshelf deal here? Or is it just this wall? Been waiting for a secret bookshelf passage this entire game. But no, it doesn't seem like it yet. Yes, I heard you the first 3 times, Gloriana, but I don't see anything. Oh, here we go. Disappointed it's not the bookshelf, though. I'm liking that roaring sound. Oop. Hi, Doom Knights, Doom Guards, whatevers. But not a zombie golem, so I am not particularly afraid. Come on. Hit him. There. Okay, I'm not finished looking around this room yet. I'll go there later, probably. So we got some, yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, that one would have been a good book for it to be. This one here. Or like that skull up there. Something like that. It looks like there's a key or something on the ground. Got a switch here. Maybe that'll open a bookshelf. I'm gonna go grab whatever this is. Oh no, it's a scroll. Oh, it's a raised dead scroll. I will take all of the raised dead scrolls I can get. I might need to start using them just to power my way through those zombie golems. Okay, where'd that button go? Haha! There was a thing that opened a bookshelf. But then there's a keyhole. I think. At least I think that's a locked, like a keyhole thing. I'm just gonna pull a key out so that I can try and see if it says that it's a key that doesn't... Right. So yeah, there is a keyhole for something. Looks kind of bat-shaped. Guess I can try the, I don't think it's this key, though, either. Pretty sure I don't have a key for whatever this is. Bat lock. Red bat lock. It's got kind of wings. Not really sure if that's supposed to be bat wings or angel wings or whatever, but... And let's, for the, like, 30th time, cast knock and have it not work. Whatever. Knock never works in this game. Apparently. Ah! Ah, Luna loses a level. Got 2 hits in a row there. Oh, and I lost my note on here. Auto map. Red bat lock. Save, and then go, get ready. Cast magic missiles. Cast more. Oh, wait. Magic missiles. There. Vampire down. Who is closest to gaining level? I think it's Gloriana. Yeah, Gloriana. Come on, Dort. This is a big room. Nice room. Rooms of weeping still. Oh! Wasn't actually expecting a secret door there, but cool. Sure, whatever. I don't think we've seen one of these headless statues yet. feel like this is a good corridor for lightning bolts to fly down. Okay, so we got a downstairs here. Let's just see where this goes. Okay, so this goes up to the upper left corner. Oh, looks like there was something back here that maybe I missed. So there's like space being shown here, though I don't necessarily know how one would get to it. So call that WA. Come on, let me, oh, maybe I can't write on them on a level that I'm not on. Yeah, I think it won't let me write on a level if I'm not on it. WA, for Weeping A. Okay, I'm just gonna pop around the corner here and see if there's a, wedding room? Wedding room? You mean the room that I was just in is part of the rooms of weeping? Or is there another room where that I missed something about a wedding? I don't think I can go through the walls in this room. If that space behind this room is accessible, it must be through somewhere else. I mean, where am I? This room here? So here we have more of these dragon and ship tapestries that we've seen elsewhere. It's a night guy. Oh, with the wedding cake on the table. Right. Is that down here? That might be down here. Oh. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, the tricky part is it's hard for me to get in a good position to see them. Because they're kind of at the top of the screen and I can't look up. But I'm guessing that's Sergei because it has the thing around his neck that the letter mentioned, and Tatiana there. And this was probably to be their wedding cake. Magically preserved, even though it is like all rotten and stuff. And then portrait of Strahd on the other side. I think that's... Oh, here's another look. Looks like Strahd has maybe ripped his face off of this one. Maybe this... I guess this is probably the wedding couple of Tatiana and Sergei. But actually, I was thinking that maybe they both are. Just one's a more casual one. Either that or this is their parents. Strahd and Sergei's parents. And on the other side here... okay, so this is probably Strahd and Sergei. I don't know who's that behind them, but it'd be Sergei with the holy symbol. Strahd himself, presumably. Since I'm back in here, let's see what's behind this door. We have another door. What is that? All that clattering noise. Sound like someone running up the stairs or something. Well, you're welcome. What am I? Oh, I'm stuck behind that bench. Thought maybe between these torches were like marking a secret door or something, but I guess not. Let's see, what else? So on this floor, like I don't know how do we get down here? Oh, this might be somewhere with a zombie golem where I popped up and I had to immediately run away without even marking that there was a downstairs there. Because I think there was a stairwell like that. A double stairwell like that that would have come up to around here somewhere. So I'm going to head back into this section, I think. Or over here. Now I'll go back up here. Whee! Alright, and this went down to somewhere. Can't go past that statue. A fancy statue with a... Ooh. Kind of want that shield, but I don't think it'll let me take it. Yeah, I guess those are just decorative. We had a mage statue. I don't know, maybe Strahd petrifies a lot of adventurers that come into his land and stores them back here or something. That's not something that I know of, though. Or have ever heard. Okay, there's a door. And zombie golems. I think that was 2 zombie golems, which is absurd. But if I was going to fight some zombie golems, if I could pull them back into this hallway, that would be the place to do it. Or if I can... I guess I can also throw this through the wall. Let's just check. Buffs are running. Just have to get them to come back here or line up. I think it isn't letting me actually throw it through there. I just don't hear anything when it, Okay, so that doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know that I have any way of luring them back into this hall, since the thing shuts if I'm not standing in it. So I think there are 2x zombie golem in here. But I definitely can't just fight those in melee. I have to pull them back into some place where I have space to, prayer's worn off. Alright, this just comes down into here. I have to pull those into some place where I have space to, attack them from long range. So my Hold Undead spell doesn't seem to be powerful enough to hold them. And I just can't compete with them in, I tried Hold Undead on one of them, and it didn't hold it. So it's possible that there's a chance it would work. But also that would only be good for one hit, because as soon as I hit them, I think the Hold Undead would break. So I still would need to be able to get them to come after me somewhere where I have some space to maneuver. So, Turn Undead... If I can get Turn Undead to work so that they run back a little bit into a room, that might give me some space to work. But I think I tried Turn Undead and it didn't seem to have any effect either. I still don't know if these work on the Doom Guards. Let me just see if it mentions if they're immune to magic. Doom Guard. Blah, 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 blah. Any spell depending upon a biological function is useless against a Doom Guard, though a lightning spell can be effective. Okay. Well, I do have lightning bolts. Well, she doesn't, but Callan does. Clang, clang. Clang, clang, death rattle, death rattle. But yeah, those Doom Guards are constructs, it looks like, from what the manual says. Essentially golems made out of suits of armor. Oh. Ah! No! Drat. Okay, so that goes into more zombie golem death. Was that here or was that further down? Maybe that's further down over here. Yeah. But that's a different room from this one. But maybe it's the same zombie golem if there's a hallway that they're able to run down. This here looks like a dead end. Yeah, there's definitely a room back there. I just can't get in it and survive. What might let me take an extra hit here? Prayer spell would help. Let's see, I tried invisibility to undead and didn't have much success for that, but maybe standard invisibility, like maybe the invisibility with 10-foot radius would give me a chance at getting past them. So with that, I could at least... So that would affect my whole party. Or at least let me see into that room. Okay, you. Invisibility, 10-foot radius. Okay, it's not seeing us, and we, Okay, so it's not as slow as it kind of was suggesting, in my opinion, at least. Yeah, we got another zombie golem in here. And there's an item. I'm just gonna go ZG for zombie golem. My map. Nice if I could tell how many hit points the thing had. Is that a... Ravenloft Silver Tower Key. Okay, so I'm sure that's a thing that I needed. Or need. Okay, so the invisibility 10-foot radius does work here. Wand of Fireballs. Okay, so we're gonna... Next plan with those things is, I guess, to try and be sneaky. Oop. And use invisibility spells to evade them. So I'll go up here and verify that there were actually 2 of those. I'm not sure how long that 10-foot invisibility spell lasts. I'm sure if I attack, it dissipates. But like in here, I might actually be able to fight even 2 of those. Possibly. I think it's probably worth a try. Let's see what... negative plane protection, no prayer. But I shouldn't need it if I don't get into melee with them. Definitely gonna Ice Storm. See, it talks about them being real slow. This does not look real slow to me. Like, they are almost as fast as we are. But maybe not in stepping mode. Maybe in stepping mode I can actually outrun them. Just awkward. like an ice storm from a distance. That's pretty distant. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Oh, so that's where that leads anyway. Yeah, not my definition of slow. I assume they heal also when I do stuff like that. I would like to just kill one of them just to see that I can. See, this goes up. Bats. I don't know, it's way down here. Except I've apparently been up through here. It's a Doom Guard. Or no, that's the... Oh, this is marking... Actually, I don't know where this was. Was this here? This must have been here. Because it's not where I am now. Diwib. No, down. So I could kill that Doom Guard, but then I lose my invisibility for till I rest again. I think I will, though, because I want to check out down this hallway. Wait, can I throw this dagger and still be invisible? Ah, traps! Look at all those lightning bolts. I actually thought that those lightning bolts should destroy those Doom Guards, but I guess not. So are those traps only on the left side of this hallway? I'm not sure. Guess so. You know, the manual says that lightning's supposed to work good against those, but these lightning traps at least don't seem to be accomplishing much. Oh, now he sees me. Oh, yikes. Ah! And she's down. Let's see. So, invisibility is up. Whoop. Oh, and it's still up. Interesting. So it looks like I can still... I guess I have to turn stepping mode off to throw it at anything. Okay, now it's down. Maybe those, maybe it has to actually be a hit to drop my invisibility. Come on, get the guy. Oof, coming from both ways. Didn't realize that would happen. But maybe we're okay now? That was a nasty hallway. Seems okay now. Oh, lightning bolts. Don't actually seem to do a whole lot. That's okay, I have this magic throwing knife. No, don't go backwards. More than that. Anyway. No. Pick up the knife. There we go. Oh, right. Except that, have have to turn off stepping mode. Oh, now it's appearing in front of me. Guess I can't quite reach that one from here. Oh, another one. Another couple. This could be ugly real fast. Oh, nope. I thought the one slipped behind me, but I guess he just died. Or didn't die because it wasn't alive, but was destroyed or deactivated or whatever. Little bit of healing. Little bit of saving. I'm hoping no more lightning bolts come flying at me like that. Oof. And that was no good. Okay. Where are we at? I guess we're like on the castle walls. Okay, is that one of those crazy zombie things? Yeah, it won't let me rest here. But I don't necessarily need to rest right here. Cast every defensive thing I've got. Unfortunately, most of my offensive spells are, I've used up too. Cold Undead didn't work. Magic Missile. Turn Undead, please. Oh, it turned, I think. At least it's acting peculiar. Lay hands. Oh, have fun doing your outside work, I guess. And bye. Have her do a turn as well. I don't know what I can try to do here. Oh, maybe I can keep blasting it while it's turned, as long as it stays turned. See what we've got. Nice knife. I don't know that I have much else offensive. Fortify. But did Fortify only affect himself? That's not that great. Cure light wounds. Try to get some healing going. I guess we'll try using our throwing knife. Oh yeah, as long as he stays turned, I guess maybe this won't be so ridiculous. I don't know what my chances of successfully turning one of these are, but I do have 3 different characters who can turn undead. And somebody gained a level, probably Gloriana. Yep, Gloriana is now level 9. So we finally killed one of those. So yeah, turn undead must be the key, but it has to work. Okay, Gloriana. You can now cast level 5 spells, but you don't know any, so it doesn't help. Callan knows some level 5 spells, but can't cast them. Cone of Cold and Hold Monster would both probably be good. Actually, I'm sort of tempted to go Wizard Eye so I can fly a Wizard Eye around and scout this out a little more. Okay, anyway, this is a downstair. Yeah, let's name this SS for South Stair. So I haven't seen any stairs more south than this, at least. doesn't go up any further here, so I will go somewhere else. Did I rest? I did rest, didn't I? I must have, because I have spells again. Okay, over here was the crazy lightning bolting holiday of lots and lots of death. I forget what the best way to go through here is already, but just run this way, I guess. Oop. Okay, well, we made it. At least. Oh, everyone's negative plane protection has fallen off, though. From, I guess from the zombie golem earlier. So, this doesn't look like it's the key that would go to the lock that we found. It doesn't look anything like that lock. We could still go try it there. This red bat lock thing. I wouldn't think it would be that, though. So I'm gonna try... see if I can turn these zombie golems over here. Is that both of them? So both of these characters and our new priest have turn undead as possibilities. Turn, turn. Turn undead. I can't tell if that did anything. It also might not work, just might not work while we're invisible. Hold undead did not work. Probably a prayer going anyway. Okay, they are turned. Now they can see us and they're trying to get away. In that case, let's throw our dagger at them. Fireball. I'm actually doing this so that I can switch him over so I can turn it again. These things take a lot of punishment, too. Like, I'm hitting this thing a lot. So if it's like 5th edition, Turn Undead lasts for a full minute. I don't know which one of those Turns Undead affected these, so I don't know how long they've got to spin around in circles trying to escape me. Though I also have space to back up in a panic and try to turn them more if it comes right down to it. So I don't seem to have a limit on my number of turns, or at least it's a very high one. Okay, well, I think we have solved the zombie golem puzzle. Can kill those things a little bit now. So Gloriana just gained a level. Who's up next? Luna's got a ways. Misha's getting close. And Callan's going to gain a mage level fairly soon here. Just want to see if this goes anywhere. Oh yeah, this is a down. Down. Save. Ravenloft 2. So, yeah, I will mark this room as... Huh, is this just an empty room? Oh, there's a downstairs here as well. We'll call this the B and Big North Stair. Because the up and down stair of this little section are so far apart. Auto map. Up, BNS. We got some gargoyles coming, but I don't think they'll be too much of a hassle. There we go. What? Oh, Doomguard. Hi. Excuse me. Come on. Whoa, lightning bolt. Okay, so that fortify spell is a self-only thing, so I probably don't want that one. Fortify. Where is it? Oh, it's a cleric thing. So let's take fortify off and do more cure serious ones. This is a real down. Just looking for any secret passages, but it doesn't seem like there are any right here. Oop. Take us off of stepping mode. Probably want to investigate this corridor as well, but there's items on the ground up there. So we're back down on the main level. I don't really want to take this off and just call it down, because I have not been down here and I'm not going down there right now to label the other part of the map. We are sticking to the upper floors for now. Whoa! Potion of extra healing. I'll use up one of these weaker potions on. Oop. Oh, I guess I have to hold a potion before I can use it. Ah, there's lightning bolts on that side too. Maybe not in the middle. Yeah, I think looks like the lightning bolts are just on the left and right side of this hallway. Secrets here. Doesn't seem like it so far. My pouches are getting all filled up. Oops, no, I need those things. Well, I don't know if I need them, but at some point I might need to just rapid fire some fireball and whatever the Rod of Frost does. I don't know if it's Cone of Cold or something less powerful than Cone of Cold, surely, but... Okay, this is probably a good place for us to stop, because it's well after 11:30 now, and I'm sure I'm nowhere near exploring the parts of this that I can explore now, especially now that I can kill those zombie golems. There's more stuff on the upper floors, and I haven't even been down the stairs yet, so... So yeah, we got more upstairs. Yeah, I haven't been higher than this, and there's still a staircase that goes up here. In fact, maybe before I leave, I'll just go up to where that was, so that then I'll find somebody to raid, just so that I'm facing the, just so that I'm near the area that I want to explore next. And rest that I'm at full spells and everything. Like, these hallways should be clear. Yeah. Right, we are gonna rest here. going to check that we have negative plane protection up, which we do, and then we are going to save one more time. And be ready for Monday, where we will go up these stairs. Alright, so that's it for our Strahd for today. I would actually like to play some more, but it's probably time to do other stuff. Let's see who else is streaming. Patch Lord is still working on Super Pitfall or not. Doesn't look like it. MTQ University is doing Final Fantasy XIV. I don't really see anything terribly exciting. Maybe I'll just go raid MTQ Capture because her Final Fantasy videos have been useful. Actually, Elmagus is doing Might and Magic 6, which is at least sort of tangentially like this, and is a retro game. So yeah, we'll do Elmagus. I haven't raided him in a super long time anyway. Probably because I don't usually raid people with that many viewers, but yeah, we'll go take a look at this, and that'll be it. Monday should be more Strahd. Actually, it sounds like as far as for NetTrek news, yesterday they actually had T mode as well, even though it wasn't a scheduled game. So that's interesting. I guess some people are playing outside of the normal schedule. But anyway, see anybody who wants to see more Strahd on Monday, and I am going to get some food. Bye-bye.